Many people have asked us what are the main or the best places to stay in Istanbul. If you're a first time traveler in Istanbul, then this video will be useful for you. I'm pretty sure you will find the perfect place for you to stay at. Istanbul is a huge city and there are different places where a person can decide to book an accommodation. But in this video, we're gonna show you what are the main areas where you can find the best suitable place for you. These are some of the areas that we highly recommend you staying at. The first one will be Sultanahmet. Now, this is the main area and where most of tourists decide to book a hotel. Of course, because this is the main place where you will find most of the touristic attractions, especially the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, Topkapi Palace, and much more. This is the historical peninsula and you will find most of the places in this one place. Here you will find a lot of hotels from different range and many restaurants as well. The second area will be Galata neighborhood, and here it's very close to the famous Galata Tower. This is a very beautiful place. It's a bit a bohemian type, and you will find as well many restaurants, many places to stay at. Of course, the Galata Tower, and it's very close to Taksim Square and to Istiklal Street, which is one of the main streets as well. The third one will be Istiklal Street. And this one is, for example, if you're coming in a different type of travel, if you want to stay in a more active area, in a lively place, then this will be the perfect place for you. Here you will find many bars, even nightclubs, and especially at night, in normal times, there is a very good environment for people. During the day as well, you can find many shops and many restaurants where you can just find whatever you are looking for. And the last one will be Kadıköy. This one is on the Asian side of the city. And if you're looking for a more local place and much more affordable, then this is the perfect place for you. It is true that it's on the Asian side, and as I mentioned, it's a local area. But at the same time, this is the place that is strategically well connected with the historical peninsula where Sultanahmet is, and also very close to the Galata Tower. So just with a very short ferry, which takes about 20 minutes, you will be in these places. I must say that this part is one of my favorite because here you will find a very lively environment at all times. Here you can find many local markets, little shops, stores, many restaurants, pubs, and so on. So you will find this place a very good one for you. When it comes to recommending specific hotels, this one it's a bit of a difficult question for us to really answer because as I mentioned, Istanbul is a huge city and there are many options, and also it depends from person to person and the type of holiday they are spending here in the city. But the best recommendation that I can give you is to go ahead and check on the websites for that specific purpose. In our case, we can recommend you, if you're looking for a flat and not a hotel, then go ahead and look in Airbnb. As well, if you're looking for any hotel or something else, also you can check in hotels.com, booking.com, agoda.com, Trivago, and Expedia. All of those places will give you many ideas of hotels. But what we highly recommend you is to please pay attention to the reviews that other customers that previously visited those places have left, because that way also you will have a general idea of the amenities, about the location, and if the place really worth the price. So really pay attention to the reviews. That will give you a big idea about the hotel. Another question that we often get asked is about how to move from city to city within Turkey. So let's start with the different options. Number one will be by plane. And here, remember, if you're coming to Istanbul, this is where you will find the main airports in Turkey. Usually, the passengers coming from abroad usually come first to Istanbul. So here you can take flights from Anadolu Jet, from Turkish Airlines, and Pegasus. These are the main airlines, local and domestic airlines, where you can fly from city to city in Turkey. But let's remember that in Istanbul we have two airports. One is on the Asian side and it's called Sabiha Gökçen, and the other one is in the European side called Istanbul New Airport. In the case of Pegasus and Anadolu Jet, which by the way, Anadolu Jet is like the cousin airline from Turkish Airlines, but much more affordable. These two you can find them from the Sabiha Gökçen Airport on the Asian side. And in the case of Turkish Airlines, it will depart from the Istanbul New Airport. If you want to take a flight from other cities, especially from Izmir, Antalya, or Ankara or Kayseri, where Cappadocia is, then you can have the option as well of taking a flight with Sun Express. This other airline is as well affordable and will take you to many other cities in Turkey. The only thing is that this airline is not coming to Istanbul yet, so hopefully in the near future we will have it as well. The other option is going to another city by bus. But of course, let's remember that Turkey is as well a big country, and going to city, depending where you're going, it might take 8 to 12 hours. So also you should think about taking buses, especially the overnight. But in case that you want to really take them, then you have the option of taking for these long trips Kamil Koç or Nevşehir Seyahat. I personally have mostly used these two and I can recommend them. They are comfortable, they have good prices, and even though you're traveling for 10 or 14 hours, you will be comfortable enough. For these specific bus companies, we will be leaving the official links in the description box. So make sure to click on the title of this video so you can find them there. Also, if you want to travel, let's say that you are in the Aegean coast and you want to move to the Mediterranean coast cities such as Antalya, between Muğla, Antalya, and so on, also you can find other smaller bus companies that will take you to these other cities. This one often you don't have to do booking beforehand. You can just go to the otogar or bus stations in English. You can just go there, and often these buses are departing every 15 to 20 minutes. So you don't really have to worry about booking if it's a short trip. They have smaller buses and they will take you to all these cities. They have many options. The other option is taking a train to some other cities. If you're in Istanbul, you can take a train to Ankara, Konya, Eskişehir, and some other cities. This train, usually going to Ankara, will take you from 4 hours to 5 hours, so it is very convenient as well. If you don't want to take a bus, then just take a train. Will be fast and will be comfortable as well. Another train, and usually this one is very famous, but in winter season, and that we highly recommend you, is taking it from Ankara to Kars. This one is a 24-hour train ride, and this is fabulous. I mean, we are planning on taking it anytime soon, so we can hopefully show it to you. And this one passes through Erzurum, Erzincan, Kars, which is, there is a place with a lot of snow, and you can have that other option as well. The other train rail that you can find here in Turkey is connecting the cities of Izmir and Denizli. Denizli is the place where you will find Pamukkale and the ancient city of Hierapolis. For example, you can take this train, which is very convenient. In our personal case, we have taken it before, and I remember that time because we were going to visit Selçuk, where the city of Efes is, and here we landed in Izmir airport and we took it right there. It was like a 45 minutes train, and it was very convenient, so we highly recommend you using this one. This train will depart from Izmir, will pass through Aydın, and then it will end up in Denizli. Just because of the COVID times, you need to pay attention into the timings, because probably they have reduced, or maybe some days they might be closed. Just to make sure, just try to take a look into their official website so you can see the timetables there. The other option, especially if you want to visit many cities in Turkey, is renting a car. This way you will have the opportunity of visiting many places in between, and you can get to know also the local villages and other areas that might worth a visit, or at your own pace, of course. For this, also you can just go to the airport. You can fly first to that city, and then at that airport you can rent a car, and from there you can start moving from city to city. For driving, generally the roads are in a very good condition, but if you're planning on visiting, let's say, the Black Sea region, especially where the mountains are, you need to be very careful, because unless you're a local and you really know well the roads, to me, that I have been in that area, I can tell that it's quite scary. It's a bit dangerous. Actually, when we went there, a local person, he was driving us to other places. Other than that, I mean, in the main cities, it's okay. Hopefully this information will be helpful for you in order to plan properly your trip within Turkey. If you want to keep receiving more content like this every week, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. As well, please give it a thumbs up. That way we can reach more people that might like our content as well. See you next time. Bye bye.